So hi guys, we already know about the first occurrence of the element. Now we will be computing the last occurrence of the element. So we will be computing last occurrence, right? Occurrence of an element. So what we have to do is, so let's try to understand with an help of one example. So you have given this array 0, 0, 6, 0 and 6, right? So you have given 4 elements, so n would be nothing but 4. So what you need to do here is you need to just return the last occurrence of the element, right? At which index the last element is occur, right? So you are also given with one target element. Let's say this is 6. So here you can see like 6 is present at 0th index and 6 is also present at 3rd index. So in that case we have to return 3. So yeah, that's the problem. Let's see how to solve the question recursively, right? So we need to solve it recursively. So what we can, so let's try to break down the problem, right? So in recursive problem, what we do is we actually break down the problem of size n to n minus 1, and we will assume that recurrence will solve the problem for n minus 1 part, and then we will derive the solution for the whole n part, right? So in that case, so firstly we will check, right? So we need to find out the so this is the n side problem, right? So we can break it down to the n minus 1 side problem. So I will break down this problem to 1 to n minus 1, right? So if you see the indexes, so 6, 0 and 6, right? So in that case recursion will solve for this part. So there will be two options, right? Either be able to find out the 6, right? Either recursion will able to get the answer for us, or if the target element is not present we will getting 0, right? Suppose we call the recursion on this part, right? 0, 6, 0, 6, right? So recursion it will return some result, right? It will return some result. Either it may be the actual position of the target element, right? And either if this is not present it will return minus 1, right? So in that case it will return 1, or if I call the index as I, so it will return I. So there is two choices, right? Let's, sorry, minus 1, right? If element is not present, right? So in that case, if the recursion will return minus 1, then what we need to do here is we need to check if the current element is our target element. If yes, then we have to return the current index, right? And if not, right, if not, then we will simply, then we will simply return that index, right? So yeah, just check it out here. So let's start. So here you can see the code, right? So we just write out the base case. If our I becomes n, then in that case we have to return minus 1, and then we can recursively call on this part, right? This part, the smaller part. In that case uh, our function will return two values. If the element is not present it will return minus 1, right? It will return minus 1, right? And if we got our index, then it will return our index, right, at the position in which the target element is present. So in that case we get 3 from here, right? And we will check, right? uh, in that case we will put 3 as index, right? So index will be 3. So here index 3 is not equal to -1, so this will not gonna execute, and our actual answer will be written, right, which is 3 in that case, and 3 is written. So overall complexity would be order of n, and the function call we are making in the whole stack would be order of n. So space and the time complexity is linear in that case. So thank you.